I must confess that that dream that I had that day has at many points turned into a nightmare. Now, the other thing that we've got to come to see now that many of us didn't see too well during the last 10 years, that is that racism
not guilty
is still alive in American society and much more widespread.
Broke his neck after Baltimore police.
A handful of protesters, a handful of criminals and thugs who...
Many in moments of anger, many in moments of deep bitterness, engage in riots. And as long as America postpones justice, we stand in the position of having these recurrences of violence and riots over and over again. Social justice and progress are the absolute guarantors of riot prevention.
Mr. Gray's death was a homicide.
The Negro was freed from the bondage of physical slavery.
The athletes marched onto a stage.
But at the same time, the nation refused to give him land to make that freedom meaningful. Freedom without land to cultivate. Freedom and famine at the same time.
And create jobs for our people.
The Negro is to be free. He must move down into the inner resources of his own soul and sign with a pen and ink of self-assertive manhood his own Emancipation Proclamation. But I want to get the language right tonight. I want to get the language so right that everybody here will cry out, yes, I'm black, I'm proud of it, I'm black and beautiful. Individually, we are poor when you compare us with white society in America. We are poor. Collectively, we are richer than all the nations in the world with the exception of 9. That's power right there if we know how to prove it. We begin the process of building a greater economic base. And at the same time, we are putting pressure where it really hurts. We don't have to argue with anybody. We just need to go around to these stores and to these massive industries in our country. Say, God sent us by here to say to you that you're not treating his children right. We come by here to ask you to make the first item on your agenda fair treatment where God's children are concerned. Now, if you're not prepared to do that, we do have an agenda that we must follow. Our agenda calls for withdrawing economic support from you. We mean business now, and we are determined to gain our rightful place in God's world.
All right, this is the CSRN podcast, our weekend review, where we come to you or we're streaming live from Mott Branch Library. So shout out to Kevin and the staff here that rolls out the red, black, and green carpet for us. Let's get into some introductions. We're going to get into the mission statement, the guiding principles, and we're going to get right into our show. I'm Brother Washington Muhammad. I'm one of the co-founders of CSRN, along with Mike Leonardi and Jabril Bey, and also an active and registered member of the Nation of Islam here in Toledo. And I got an opportunity to be with the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan this weekend when you say, were you sitting with him, Brother Washington? No, not necessarily. But what am I wearing today? Today I've got on my black hat. I've got on my blue, purple kind of glasses from Optical Twix in Between. So shout out to Christian Moncrief for assisting me and selecting a couple pair of really decent glasses. I mean, really good glasses, Christian. All right, I'm trying to get that 20% discount. I said really good. I said really decent. But I got my beads on, a gray shirt. I'm came just straight from work today, so I didn't get a chance to put on a revolutionary T-shirt like my co-partner here. And as always, I'm dedicated to respecting, protecting, and defending all Black bodies, no matter the cost, no matter the gains or loss. This is the home of Black Lives Matter and Justice or Else. And we're doing this for the activist culture and the protest community, because it's not often that we can create a space to speak truth to power that's not filtered or subject to be canceled. We created our own table. We're sitting at it, and we're welcoming all of those who love freedom and humanity and all that other type of stuff to come on.
And we got the proclamations and resolutions to prove it.
all that, and a few other things too. All right, Jody, I think that I'm done introing, giving my introduction, and let's get on with you and get right into our mission statements.
What's up, everybody? Jody J. Summers, child of the system, better known as Spoken Truth, the treasurer of this wonderful organization that Brother Washington was just talking about, and almost 11 years now. And before I go into the normal routine of why do we describe ourselves, I want to say, if you are interested in helping us host this councilman forum,
city council forum
and / mayor forum, reach out to us. Now is the time. I got to start writing checks and stuff like that. So if you want to be on the flyers in the promotion, I'm looking at the NAACP, ACLU.
Everybody and anybody.
Can't throw out one of the 3-letter names. Able. Anybody that we worked with over the years that might not be ready to do a forum, let us know.
We're doing it.
We'll let you know what we need. It's not going to be much. We've done this for 11 years.
That's right.
So just to be able to spread the grassroots effect across all things, there will probably be major news stations there and stuff, but we want you to bring your cameras as well. So with all that said, we thank you every week for tuning in consistently. You know, it's a lot of things that you hear when you think of podcast, and we are none of them. There's no green screens back here.
That's right.
We're not going to be online looking up who's topic and trending and whose baby mama done something, what person and got drunk at the bar, or what celebrity is doing stuff. We take you in the seat with people that actually do the work in the community. That's one thing I'm very proud about our show, and
that's right.
We'll always continue as long as these two guys are behind the helm of it. Also, we know it's very difficult to be trying to find time in between time of doing all the stuff. So this is around the time where you'll be doing sports or picking up kids or eating or getting off of work.
Yeah.
As Brother Washington said, I'm getting off of work and some other things, but you know, I got my, and it's not so revolutionary. It's promoted to granddad shirt. I got promoted this year.
Okay. All right.
Enjoying all of those responsibilities, and I can't really go in my trunk no more stuff as I've gotten, you know, wisdom. But I am a big brown bear of a man that's covered in tattoos and crystals and stones and bones and artifacts and things that I have touched throughout this world, that I sacrifice to see and people to meet. The tattoos represent all of that. Again, I explain shirt, you know, the hat. Shameless plug, if you are in the Toledo, Ohio area or anywhere this weekend, I am one of the featured artists out of 100 and performers for Artomatic 419, which is the 10-year revival, because we've been doing the mix and everything else through the Arts Commission. It is completely free, starts Friday at 5, ends Sunday at 3. Bring your kids. It's probably the last biggest large art festival that's going to happen before we take all the stuff indoors and do all that stuff. So how do you get here? How do you be able to articulate the doom scrolling that goes on in the world and the chaoticness of people that would want to pull you in their own trauma. You have a mission statement.
And we have guiding principles.
That is kind of like the rules and regulations of if this is something you want to do. Now, if you don't like all that stuff, we have been a training ground for people and stuff like that to build other organizations, but these are kind of rules we don't break.
All right.
We are the Community Solidarity Response Network of Toledo, formed on November 25th, 2014, the day after it was announced that the killer, a Ferguson, Missouri police officer of Michael Brown, an unarmed teenager, would not be indicted. We bring awareness to the injustices experienced by Black men, women, and children who are disproportionately murdered, provoked, attacked, and harassed by law enforcement. Police brutality has to end. We bring awareness to the fact that most often, police brutality goes without consequence and accountability. Police impunity has to end. We utilize the tactics of protest, civil disobedience, event disruption, and citizen advocacy to give voice to those who are otherwise voiceless. We facilitate progressive, community-based events that help foster self-development, and we discuss measures to hold local leadership accountable to their sworn duties, be they politician, clergy, law enforcement, educators, etc., etc. We want justice, equal justice under the law. We want justice applied equally to all, yes, all, regardless of class, creed, or color. For all lives to matter, Black lives, yes, Black lives must matter. Injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere. Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King, Jr.
And as you said, having a mission statement lets you know what we're about. And it's highly unlikely that that's going to change. It doesn't mean that that's all we do. All right, but just know, hey, this is who we are.
Stick your foot in the door.
All right. And also, in order to effectively execute all these things, we have to have some way of reconciling the personalities, my personality, your personality, the personality of the person that we'll have talk in a few minutes. And that's a lot. All right, that's a lot. Oh, okay, they looked up. But these are our guiding principles. All Black lives matter, queer Black lives, trans Black lives, formerly and presently incarcerated Black lives, poor working class Black lives, wealthy Black lives, differently able Black lives, Black men and women lives, immigrant Black lives, Black elderly and children lives. All Black lives matter and are the creators of this space. We throw no one under the bus. We rise together. Ashe.
Ashe.
And that means one who changes a thing or one who makes a thing happen. Thriving instead of surviving. Our vision is based on the world we want, not the one we're currently in. We seek to transform, not simply react. We want our people to thrive, not just exist. Think beyond the possible. Ashe.
Ashe.
Experimentation and innovation must be built into our work. Embrace the best tools, practices, and tactics, and leave those behind that no longer serve us. Ashe.
Ashe.
Evaluation and assessment must be built into our culture. Critical reflection must be a part of all of our work. We learn from our mistakes and our victories. Ashe.
Ashe.
Principal struggle can exist in a positive environment. We must be honest with one another by embracing direct, loving communication. Ashe.
Ashe.
Love, self-love is practiced in every element of all we do. Love and self-love must be a driver of our work and an indicator of our success. Without this principle and without healing, we will harm each other and undermine our movement. Ashe.
Ashe.
360-degree vision. We honor past struggles and wisdom from elders. The work we do today builds the foundations of movements of tomorrow. We consider our mark on future generations. Ashe.
Ashe.
Self-care means we build resilient spaces by budgeting time, energy, and resources for healing. Self-care is a regular, consistent, intentional, and essential practice. Ashe.
Ashe.
The most directly affected people are experts at their own lives and should be in leadership at the center of our movement and telling their stories directly. Ashe.
Ashe.
Training and leadership development should be fundamental. Our movement must constantly grow, and leadership must constantly multiply. Ashe. Jody, hopefully later on we'll get into maybe some Black Lives Matter moments. We're headed into year 11 of us doing this work and still here. All right. So I think that's important. But you know what, Jody? I got to take a short break. We're going to come back with our guest. You see it in the tagline right there. We're going to talk about Pretti Protection. If you don't know who she is, we're going to reintroduce her to everyone. All right. And try to get some free stuff. All right. While we at it.
Try to get free stuff from people that say they are protection. I get
well, I got you here. Hey, one of us.
Give me your stuff.
There you go. See, that sounds good. I'll give you my wallet. Hey, hang tight. We'll be right back. This is the Community Solidarity Response Network. Our Week in Review. We'll be right back.
Canal. En esta hermosísima ciudad de Orlando.
I'm here in Barranquilla, Colombia, and in sunny Miami. Daytona Beach, mis amigos, that's where we're at today.
Desde la ciudad de Cartagena, Colombia.
We are in Orlando right now, here in Florida.
I'm Helene Sheets, Director of Marketing and Communications at beautiful Lourdes University, and we've been a proud sponsor and supporter of Voces Latinas TV for over a decade. It has been a fantastic partnership. It's been our doorway into the Latino community. We've met so many incredible people, created so many partnerships. Our students absolutely love the connections we've made through Voces Latinas TV, and we're looking forward to at least another decade, 2 decades.
I'm Dr. P. Not only am I a leadership coach, I'm a change agent, and I'm a race scholar. I've used my study of race to dismantle systems and organizations, but I also use that to help you as the individual become a better leader for your families and for your community.
All right, we're back. This is the CSRN podcast, our week in review. And I know everybody was asking me, man, when are you going to have Haley back, man? I don't know. You know, we'll know when we know, but we got her back. And as usual, we always ask who you are, what you're wearing. I already gave one part away, but we also got the tagline right in here too. So, hey, all right, well, but anyway, if you could tell us who you are, what you're wearing, and man, what are we talking about today? Because you got a lot of stuff with you.
I do. So I am Haley Sheares. I have on a Pretti Protection shirt, some black slacks, and some sandals. I have glasses, a nose ring, and that's it.
Okay, all right. All right, okay, all right. You came with it today. Hey, listen, it's been a minute since we saw you. What's happening with Pretti Protection? Give us a little bit of the origins too, because we have quite a few people that are watching today that weren't watching you a few months ago when you were on. So if we could talk about Pretti Protection, how did you come up with the name? Why are you doing what you're doing, and why it's important?
Okay. So I started in 2019 when COVID started, and I moved to Columbus. It was just my daughter and I wanted some self-defense, some protection things. I went to Walmart, I went to Amazon. I pretty much looked everywhere, and I could purchase these things, but there was no education, there was no knowledge. And everyone who was selling them was kind of just like a big corporation. It wasn't anything personal. So once I did, I researched for about a good 5 to 6 months. And just knowledge on the product, knowledge on how I can be the plug. We do wholesale as well to any stores out there. I have a couple stores I do wholesale with, and I started business. So really, it was just about protection.
And sometimes when you talk about protection, and the first thing people think about is a gun. All right. So, hey, somebody asked me earlier, so are you selling guns?
I am not selling guns. Ultimately, though, that would be my goal, to be an arms dealer. But as of right now, I do not sell guns, but we do offer classes for I am partnered with TRX. Tactical, and that's my brother's business actually. And we partner where he does everything as far as the licensing for your CCW and things like that. I have more of the non-lethal aspect of it.
Okay. What was one of the main things that really inspired you to say, hey, look, I really can do this? And what were some of the challenges, just starting with a thought and having what you have right now?
The biggest challenge was starting. Honestly, a lot of times we have ideas, especially when it comes to business. You get an idea and you're like, this would be great. But once you start putting that time and that work and the money, then sometimes it's kind of discouraging. For me, it was the biggest thing was that I needed this protection. So it wasn't only just for me, something I was doing for a hustle or for money. It was something that I actually needed. And then having a daughter as well, us being in that situation, it's just, us down there, it was even more important for me to be educated, because once I'm educated, she can become educated. So that was kind of my biggest push, was just being like, okay, at that time, my daughter was a latchkey kid. So she was 9, 10 years old, getting off the bus with the key to the house. And I didn't even get, I wasn't home from work at that time, by the time she would get home. So that was a big thing too, is being like, okay, well, I need protection for me, but I need something for her when she's getting off the bus that she can take to school with her, and that she can protect herself as well. So it was just a plethora of things on top of doing DoorDash and Instacart, it was just all around protection I just needed. And I didn't want a gun laying around my house at that time, with my daughter being so young. So this was the next best thing. And then to top it off, it was a good investment.
Okay. All right. All right. You got some things here with you today.
Yes.
And I've got your, as you see, we have the website up. What do you have with you? And some of the stuff that I'm looking at, it doesn't look like what I'm looking at. All right. What do you have with you?
Okay. So on the website, I am currently running a flash sale. I would say that, and it's 3 items for $50.
Okay.
So what I brought was some of those things that we have for that 3 for $50, just so people can actually see what it is. Stun guns typically run about anywhere from $25 to $75, $80. So this 3 for $50 is actually a good deal, because you can get 3 stun guns for $50, or you can get a stun gun, a knife, and pepper spray for $50. So it just gives you a combination, which is super good for parents, or there's a lot of kids going back to school. And then just at this time right now, just with the different things going on in the world with politics, it's just a good time to be protected.
Yeah, and I'm looking at the poster. We've got the flash sale today.
Mm-hmm.
Every time you come on, it's like we get to have the the premiere.
Yes.
We get to have the exclusive. All right.
And I honestly just posted this morning. So when I sent it to you, when I sent it to you guys, then I had posted it. So this is the first day of the sale. Now, do I know how long it's going to last? Absolutely not.
No, we don't.
But I said get it while you can.
All right, I'm looking at. Okay, I've seen a stun gun.
Mm-hmm.
I think you have one of those with
Yes.
us, and we got the camera right there. That, and we've got a comb knife. We've got. I don't know what a Kubitan. I don't know what that is, but I think I'm gonna. I want to say I'm going to find out, but I don't want to find out.
Yes,
I
you just want to
learn.
See it, right?
I just want to see it. I just want to say that because it could go badly. All right.
Yeah.
So what do we have?
So what I brought with me today was just the different stun guns. So on the sale, there's 3 different stun guns. You can get the lipstick stun gun, which is one of the popular because it looks like a lipstick. And then it's just 2 simple buttons, the stunner and the flashlight. So we have this one. Then you have the basic stun gun, and it's just a square stun gun. It's still like rechargeable and everything.
Did I hear that one earlier?
Yes.
Okay.
So this is the one you heard earlier.
Yeah, that called me right. They called me right down. I hope you're gonna say something else, but
I have to say, call me right the freak down.
There you go.
And then this is the another one I'm doing. So you can get a total of 3 different ones. And this is actually one of my favorite because it's small. It goes in your keychain and it's pretty powerful. So this is one of my favorite that I carry. And as a female, you pretty much can put this anywhere, and it not be seen. Even as a male, you guys don't carry like purses or a lot of times you'll just have your wallet.
I was going to say,
some males carry purses, but you two don't carry purses, right?
Yeah, that's right. You didn't have to say right.
No.
You didn't have to say right. I guess I get one. I deserve that one. Family, I deserve that one. All right. I shouldn't have came at you wrong. All right.
Okay, a very manly backpack is what Jody has. So, so whether you have a purse or a very manly backpack, or nothing at all, this is perfect because it literally fits anywhere. You can put it in your shirt pocket, you can put it in your pants pocket. So this is another favorite one. Then it's the pepper spray. So the pepper spray is another one. The good thing about the pepper spray is if you have like little ones, it does come in this case. So you can always close your case, keep it snapped. Also with the pepper spray, if you were to have to use it, it does spray 10 to 12 feet. And it also has a UV dye in there. So there's an identifying dye. So if you were to spray someone and they were to get away, you can be identified with the black light. I've seen so many people have asked about the dye in the pepper spray. Our pepper spray has dye in it. We have gel pepper spray, or you can get just the regular mist. The difference is the gel pepper spray, when you spray it, it sticks. So it doesn't blow in the wind.
Okay.
So it's kind of like a straight shot. The mist covers a larger area though, because it's a mist. So I tell people, if you have good aim and you're sure about this, go with that gel.
All right.
But if you're trying to cover a larger vicinity, then the mist would be better because it will cover more of an area for you. So we have the pepper spray.
And those can, I've never been stunned, and this is not the time to say, hey, it's your lucky day, Brother Washington.
Okay. I didn't know if you were going there.
No.
Okay.
Right. Thank you, Jody. You're usually on my side. All right. But I've never seen in real life, I've never seen anyone get stunned and see if if it shuts them down. I've never seen anyone get pepper sprayed and to see if it shuts them down. How effective is that? Because I think that I could be an unstoppable type of person. So if I really wanted to, I'm not going to do it. If I really wanted to get at you, I think that by looking at the stun gun and the spray, I'm like, you might have to bring something more than that.
Yeah. So that's typical for men.
Okay, all right, cool.
Honestly,
all right,
I get that a lot from men,
Okay.
especially when I vend and I go to different events. I always have men come up to the table and say, "Oh, that's a little stun gun." So, funny story. I was at the Corvette club. They had shout out to the Corvette club. They had a event last weekend or 2 weekends ago, and I had a guy come up and he's like, "Yeah, it's a stun gun. You know, it's for women. Like,
that's
the man stuff.
My
how
man.
you know, how
okay,
you men
all
do."
right. I'm feeling that.
And he's like, "Yeah, my man. It doesn't matter." And he stunned himself.
No, bro. Come on. That's not what we talked about at the meeting.
And he stunned himself. And honestly, it happens more than it would happen more than you would think. I'm typically really good about being like, no, you can stun yourself all you want, but after you buy it, after you purchase it.
Okay.
You know, don't stun on mine.
All
so
right.
he was kind of quick with it. He's like, "Oh, it doesn't hurt," you know, and a lot of people like put it to their arm. And act
that's
like
what I would
but
do.
He actually like did it, and he came back and brought 3. So he bought one for his wife, one for his 2 daughters.
Wow.
And it made him a believer. So I always tell people, if you don't believe it, I'm more of a show me type of person.
Okay.
So I feel like you can buy it and I can show you better than I can tell you.
Okay. All right.
And if you buy it and I can show you and you think it doesn't work, then I'll gladly give you your money back. But I'm surely going to show you better than I can tell you.
Right.
With your consent, of course.
Yeah.
But they do work. The pepper spray, I've been stunned as well. I've stunned myself on accident. And like I said, it doesn't, a stun gun is not long time. It's made for multiple short bursts. So if you just do it quickly, of course, if I stun myself, I'm not going to leave it on me, you know, because I have that willpower to take it off. Of course, it's pain. You're going to stop. But if someone else is in control of that, then you have no control over that. 1 second, it's like, a quick, it keeps you where you are. But the longer that stun is on you, the more effective it becomes. So you can start losing like control of your limbs or, so it's just like, it's not deadly, but it definitely
it'll get my attention.
Yes.
All right. Okay.
It will get it. Pepper spray, I've been pepper sprayed as well. And it's just burning. It's a burning sensation. So you know that have you ever got something in your eye and you just cannot get it out? Imagine that tenfold. Imagine that it just doesn't go away. And the more you scratch your eye and rub your eye with pepper spray, the worse it is. Because you're literally just rubbing that spray in your eye more and more and more. It's kind of like if you spray lotion or something on your arm.
Right.
And you keep rubbing it, it gets in there more. The best thing to do is wash it off. So it's effective. Now, I always tell people this as well. Everybody's different, So what it may do for one person, it may not do for another person. These pepper spray and stun gun are not meant to kill you. It's meant to help you get away. So when you're in situations and you have to use these, don't stay and try to be a hero. The purpose is to get away, make it home to your children. So that's that.
Okay. All right. So you've got some combs here.
Yes.
And if I'm going to take off my hat and my earphones. So apparently I'm in no need for a comb. So I don't know why she brought combs here.
No.
I feel attacked. All right. So what do you got?
So for the combs, we have 2 different combs you can purchase. This is just our standard comb. So it's a comb and then there's a 5-inch blade inside. The blade is it's a double blade on both sides. And it's also a letter opener. So if you have mail, you can use it to open your letters. I pretty much aim for everything and anything. And you can also comb your hair with it.
Okay.
This is great because it's super easy to disguise. I've pretty much gotten this into everywhere. I've pretty much taken it everywhere. So this is another one, but this is our ceramic comb. So this one, as you see, it's only on one side, but it's curved. So they're both great. But that's just the difference in them. It just kind of depends on the style you like. Also, I didn't bring the Kubotan, and it's a window breaker as well. But you can. It is on if you go to the website.
Okay, I'm here now.
Go to the 3 for $50.
Okay, let me go back up to the.
So if you go to the homepage, it should be under custom. So it is on the homepage under customer favorites.
Let me find customer favorites.
Yep, you got to go to home.
Oh, right here.
Nope, not scroll. All the way down.
Okay.
Just scroll. It's on the first page.
Okay.
Customer favorites. Scroll through those. Like hit that button right there. Oh, I'm sorry. Go down. Go down. Go down.
Okay, go back up.
I mean, go up. I'm
okay.
sorry.
We're getting this together.
Up.
Okay, I got reviews.
Up.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, here.
You actually were on it. The 3 for $50 with the blue stun gun.
Oh.
Over again. Again. Right there.
Okay.
So click on there. So that's our 3 for $50.
Okay.
And the good thing about the 3 for $50, it's actually taxes are included. So it's $50. The only thing you will be paying for this will be shipping. So that's another great thing, because a lot of times people say, oh, it's 3 for $50, but then you have your taxes and your shipping. So end up being like $60, $70. With this, you only pay shipping. So these are the different color stun guns we have. If you go to the pictures, scroll down a little bit.
Uh-oh. Okay, I went back.
Oh.
Go back?
Yes, go back.
Okay, I am not doing good at this.
Okay, go up. That way.
This way?
Okay, this way.
Okay,
and go to those two.
These?
Yes.
That's okay, Jody. We're getting it. Okay, that's one.
So go to the alarm for me, the picture next to it. And this is actually the smaller one, as you see.
This right here?
Yep, and then you see the alarm, the gold alarm at the bottom to your left. Yep, right there. So this is what we're trying to get to. So this is the alarm. This is another one. What this alarm does is it's great for kids, especially if your child is like walking or getting off the bus, or if you work, you're working late, you're working in a garage. It's an alarm as well as a flashlight. So what you would do with this, if you were to be in danger, you would pull the pin. It makes an extremely loud noise. And I always tell people, when you pull the pin out of the alarm, you throw it. There's literally no reason to, if you're in danger, to pull that pin and hold it in your hand, because all someone will do is silence it. If they silence it, then it defeats the purpose of having it. So this is a good one that's for kids. I always tell parents, like, I get a lot of parents who say, hey, it's back to school time. What's something I need for my child, or what can my child carry? This is a great tool for your child to have. Also, I always tell parents as well, the best thing they can also have is just the knowledge of safety. Make sure your kids know a phone number, 2 phone numbers. Just have them memorize 2 phone numbers. Pick that family member who never leaves, that great aunt,
that's right.
Someone, even if you're like, I don't even talk to her, but listen, if you have that aunt who gossips and she knows everybody's business, that's the person whose number your kid needs to know, because she's going to answer the phone. And guess what she's going to do? She's going to call the necessary people that she needs to call, because those aunts know everybody's number, and they're always available. So I always just tell parents, like, little things like that will help prevent your child from being in dangerous situations. So that's another one I have on there. And then if you go the picture to the left.
Okay, I've got the big picture. I've got some.
This one, yep.
Okay, I've got these right here. What are these?
So that's the Kubaton.
Okay.
Yeah, so those are also defense sticks, and they're pokey at the end, and you can also break windows with them. So it's a 2-for-1. That's another good tool to have. It's super simple, but it's effective.
Okay.
If someone was trying to attack you, I also say that's a good one for children or teenagers to have. Because it's not if a child have it, it's not like a knife, but it's still protection. It's still something that they can defend themselves with. So within those 5 things, you can get a combination of however you need, and it'll be $50.
All right. Before we go, one of the things that we do, we talk about gratitude and self-care. And we don't know what you've been up with too lately. Oh, you got an event that you're going to be at on Thursday.
So on Thursday, you can come down see us at the library. It's the multicultural market, and it starts from 4 to 8. So I'm sorry, 5. And we'll be downtown at the library. It's rain or shine. So even if it's raining, they'll take the event on the inside. So it's not like a rain or shine where it's raining and you're still standing up under everybody's tent,
right,
trying to run from like tent to tent. But if it's raining, then we'll actually be in a dry place on the inside. Also, I don't think I told you guys this. I'm certified to teach first aid CPR now.
Okay.
So I've been,
all right.
I got a couple first aid CPR classes I'm teaching as well. I'm also certified to teach Refuse to be a Victim classes through the NRA. So I've got that certification as well. So I've just been doing a lot of investing in myself and in my business. And that's kind of been my self-care.
Okay.
Is just investing and coming back to my foundation, actually.
Right.
And then I went to a women's conference this weekend.
Okay.
So that was great as well. So really, I've just been pouring back into me. You can't pour from an empty cup.
No, you
can't. So I'm
can't.
just trying to get my cup back overflowing so I can pour into others.
Well, we appreciate that. We appreciate you being here. If you could list 3 things that you're grateful for, what will yours be today?
3 things I'm grateful for would be my support system. My family is awesome. My support system is like magnificent. My employer.
Okay.
My employer. I absolutely love my job, and life. Just life.
Okay.
Being able to see, hear, breathe, smell, talk, drive, just the simple things that we take for granted every day that people don't have,
That's right.
So those are the 3 things.
And they can find you on Facebook,
Instagram, TikTok, or you can always just go to prettyprotection.com.
I think we were supposed to put that on the ticker that goes
under
layers. Now they tell me, thanks a lot, Jody. Thanks a lot. Hey, would you mind coming back as we get into the gift giving season, the Christmas season, and people are more apt to give? Maybe we could talk about Pretty Protection and have some as a stocking stuffer or whatever,
absolutely. Absolutely. I'll be more than happy to come back sooner than later and just talk about, safety and, as the seasons come up, the holiday seasons come up, regardless of what you're celebrating or not celebrating, we still have something for you.
That's right. You got to be careful.
Yeah. I always just tell people you don't have to celebrate you don't have to celebrate the holiday to get the holiday deals.
That's right. That's right. That's why I'm talking now. I'm trying to set myself up.
Yeah,
all right.
I got you. And the holiday, I'll have a lot of merchandise as well. I'm working on some sweatshirts and some different merchandise, so apparel. So yeah.
Hey, will we be able to find the Pretty Protection shirt online soon?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Yep. So we have shirts and we have sweatshirts. I'll pretty much do it all.
All right, we're going to take a break. We're going to come back with Jody Summers and the community updates. This is the CSRN podcast, our week in review. We'll be right back.
If you can ride a bike without falling, then you're good to go. Bike Rides Matter, it's a community bike group. We get together for fun, fitness, and fellowship. We ride weekly. Right now, we got a Tuesday ride where we ride on the UT Trail. We do Saturday right here at Uptown Green. That's our glow roll Saturday night. It was something I was already doing with my daughter, just riding bikes, and we just decided it would be cool to add the community because we were just finding ways to make fun given the situation. Being that everything was closed down and options were limited, bike riding is one of those things you can do without any restrictions.
You get to make new friends and just like interact with people, especially during COVID. You still like have your mask on and stuff, but it's still good to like see people.
It's a cool way to stay fit. We talk while we riding, we got music while we riding. I've met quite a few new friends and new people. I made some real cool connections throughout the city. Take advantage of the time you have. Take advantage of this pandemic. I know it's a lot of restrictions, but you can be creative and find new ways to have fun, one of which is this right here.
Audio Jungle.
All right, we are back. This is the CSRN podcast, our weekend review. Big shout out to Haley Sheares and Pretti Protection. She came on and talked about being alert, having something that you can, kind of slow somebody down while you get away. And I think it's really important, especially to know in the times that we're living in. Hey, we're going to get into our sub-date, some of the things that we've been involved with the past week and some of the things that we've got coming up in the near future. What I want to start first off is this week's Final Call newspaper. We just got, hold on, where's my paper at?
Uh-oh.
No, I think I got it now. All right, we got this week's edition of the Final Call newspaper, and the headline or the front page says, it's the announcement, 40 years of prophecy, warning, and wisdom. It's been 4 decades since the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan had his more than a vision experience. And I'm going to read something from this week's edition of the Final Call. If you see any of the brothers out on the corner with the Final Call this week, pick up this issue. You could also find it on finalcall.com, and you can get your digital edition too, because I've got one. It says, as we observe the 40-year anniversary of the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan's More Than a Vision experience on September 17th. And also, if you want to be a part of this, log on to NOI.org. I don't have any of the screenshot of the flyer, but I'm telling you now, log on to NOI.org, 8:30 tomorrow. It says that it becomes more apparent that how something that the world simply cannot continue to ignore. Every major faith tradition and accompanying scriptures give vivid descriptions of God's intervening in human affairs. More specifically, these depictions portray God in a human form who will be accompanied by his heavenly host of angels operating with flying vessels that travel throughout the earth and the skies. If you've seen this, I think last week they had a congressional hearing how the military is now
shot missiles at it and it didn't blow up.
How now they have to open up their files. I think that since 1930, when the Nation of Islam was founded or formed or however you want to say it, we've talked about these planes in the sky. And some people may say that they're green men or something out of this universe. And it's us. You may find it hard to believe, but everything doesn't look like a Walt Disney cartoon. And they have to own up that these planes have been around a long time, and this tomorrow 8:30, learn more about it, because if I tell you everything about it right now, you probably won't even log in because you probably think I know everything, but which I don't. So 7:30, 8:30 Central tomorrow. 8:30 Eastern. Log on to NOI.org. This is the announcement. And yeah, log on in and get this week's edition of the Final Call from any of the brothers. We have a few that we're going to leave here at Mott Branch Library. We got a few that we're going to leave at Bobby Howard's, Pal's Beauty Supply, Yummies, and a few other places. So Jody, and also I wanted to mention this, family. It's not every day that I get an opportunity to be with the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, but we traveled to his farm this weekend. I got an opportunity to be on the property. Did I get a chance to meet him? No, I was part of the security detail. So some of us that are part of the security detail don't necessarily be up close and personal with him. But this is one of the reasons why the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan has just celebrated his 92nd birthday. And I think this week he celebrates 72 years of marriage. And we can't just claim that the FOI are responsible for that, but we make it hard for him to be touched like some of our other leaders have been. So shout out to the FOI and the MGT. The sisters provide the security too. So don't make a mistake and think that women are just walking 5 steps behind and unseen and unheard. No, it don't go down like that, especially and how the Nation of Islam has been able to demonstrate our own way of devotion, which may look different from what you see on TV and television shows and the internet. This is for us to help civilize us, give us dignity, and inspire us to be the best that we could be. So shout out to the Nation of Islam. And it was awesome to be invited to his farm to make sure that everybody else that's visiting are safe. So Jody, that's my update for this week. And make sure you get out and get that Final Call. And also remember, Pretti Protection has their flash sale, 3 items for $50. And if Haley sees that I'm putting the flyer here, that's 10% off. All right, Jody, I think that I covered it for the updates, the Final Call newspaper, my visit to the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan's farm. Has there been anything that you've been involved in, CSRN has been involved in, and some of the things that we need to know is coming up?
Yes, well, I'm going to lead us into Saturday, which is extremely busy day. It's always a busy day for the city. There's like 12 or 13 events going
definitely
on. But leading back from the time we saw each other last Tuesday, there was the rally in the alley at Ostrich Town. That's right there across from Bertha Mays on Summit Street.
All right.
It's the new area that's going to be kind of being built on in Vistula. There's actually a jazz festival that I'm a part of, hosting all the stuff. I believe it's our 3rd annual. But it's in the paper. It's going to be on the 28th. We have Carmen Miller as our featured performer and a whole bunch of other people. There'll be vendors out there, food trucks and everything. Next week, I believe someone else, I'm going to say that again, I believe someone else from the board will be able to come and talk about it. Look at it, Deborah Sue, possibly to tell you guys more about the event. You might have seen it on the radio. You might have seen it. I know there is an ad running in The Truth right now, but that is my shameless plug on that stuff until the end of this. Respect the Mic. That is every second Wednesday. Currently, it's going at the Code. That is Sunkiss Ra. She owns Respect Your Crown and Respect Your Mic. It's our I guess, kind of monthly open mic here. It's an awesome place to be. We had a lot of people come out. We do have features and stuff. So if you would like to feature for one of the upcoming Wednesdays, contact her and let her know that you would love to come on the mic. Saturday, all the Saturday stuff. So going into Saturday, we had the 10th annual Great Lakes Jazz Festival, 2205 Kenwood Boulevard. That's Ottawa Park for any of those that don't know that actual address or don't live in Toledo. That was going on. Also, we had the Chalk the Walk event, which me and Brother Washington were there for the very first one.
That's right.
2017, and we have been I think I only missed 2022.
Okay.
I've done murals in 2023. I did my first mural of a tree in 2024 or 2021. I actually came back, but I lost my phone that day, but I performed. And this year, if you go down to Promenade Park right now, there were hundreds of people down there. You'll see some of the photos on the thing. I believe the news gave us some great expositions. I came into work today at the museum, and my coworker was talking about, hey, I saw your mural. So whether or people, you still have the opportunity to go down and leave a name in chalk. It's looking right over the water. It's for overdose, suicide prevention, self-harm, all of that stuff that, is pretty prevalent right now.
That's right.
With everything going on in the world, you are enough. There's a lot of people that will tell you you're not. There's always a way out. I was once in those shoes in circumstances and stuff. And now look at me. It took some many years, but as long as I stayed consistent with everything, I've become everything that I was not. So that was going on. There was also the Toledo Museum of Artie.
We need to find Artie.
But the Toledo Museum of Art block party, speaking of my job and everything, this was the 2025 edition. I came out, there were multicultural dancers and all kinds of food trucks. From what I heard, this was one of their biggest ones yet. They had a drone show at the end of the night. I wasn't there, unfortunately, to see it, but I saw all the people. I came through, did my walkthrough, dropped off some crystals and everything like that. It was a very, very beautiful time. They had the Alva Rave, which is like a rave thing that they had on the inside of the building. I saw from the cameras that they had set up, and remind me of my old days over at Main Street doing the phone parties. Shout out to Phil and everything like that. So hopefully you were able to attend. From what they were saying, that is the largest one yet, probably even beating out the Spinderella one. I don't know, but I wasn't there for the whole thing. Hopefully everybody enjoyed themselves. Also on Saturday, September 13th, there was the second Saturday game night at 4747 Hill Avenue. That is the University Church and two others. I guess they have food, game, fun, and friends as it's advertised. There was also the Toledo Night Market, and that's when I was confusing. The Haley is actually at this week. Go see Haley. Right. Is the Toledo Night Market that was presented by OPC at the Toledo Farmers Market. I'm getting to the farmers market soon when we do the updates, but that one was, phone doesn't want to work, but that was going on. A lot of stuff going on Saturday. There was a baseball game. There was something else. And there was uncloistered poetry at the Attic on Adams. We had a lot of features. I was there. It was beautiful. I got to witness Hunter Prey, who doesn't perform a lot at open mics or features and stuff. He was one of the features with two other people. There was Sunday, September 14th, the Gathering Volumes Parking Lot Party and Author Fair, which I was able to attend when I released my book in 2022. Yeah, 2022. So that is out at Gathers Volumes in Perrysburg. Great organization, great bookstore. There was the Latino Parade on Sunday, September 14th as well. Yes, Latino Scholarship Day Parade at the Toledo Mud Hens. I saw Chris Rodriguez. He was down there painting a mural and everything like that. Sunday, September 14th was Uncloistered Poetry Online with Leah Unmansky. I think I pronounced that right.
I think so.
So that was all the stuff that I was able to be aware of. And that other thing, which was that Saturday, shout out to Jared Boom Frazier, as we know him in the industry, Boom the Bomb, and the House of Rock for hosting Studio Networking Party 11. That's 11. We've been doing many of these over the past couple of years. It evolved from the outside the boombox, where you could bring a whole bunch of artists together and they bring in beats. There's multiple studios. We feed you. It's a locked door policy. So if you're not on the list before the event starts, you may not get on the list. I mean, there was a couple of stragglers and stuff, but we don't have a door person or anything like that. When the door is locked, if you don't know a number, you ain't got the money, you just left out.
Hey, it is what it is.
But that was awesome. I saw some of my open mic friends. They actually have begun to follow me. It's like, what you doing here? Hey, it was on your page. You posted it. I ain't never been here. I'm like, okay, I can show you around. And then they want to be like, no, I'll let people know me. So, shout out to y'all for showing up, buying crystals. I was able to give out all that good stuff over the weekend to the people. So what is coming up?
Yeah, what's coming up?
A lot of stuff is coming up. If you did not know, if you have not heard about it, this weekend is from Friday until Sunday is the 10-year return of Artomatic 419 hosted by that's part of the Arts Commission for the last decade, the entire history of my career, which doesn't seem like a lot, but it does seem like a lot. They have been doing the mix because it was an every other year thing before I became an artist. And then it kind of became the mix and momentum, a twice a year event. So they're going back to the roots and warehouses. We're going to be at the Toledo's Farmers Market with over 100 local artists, performers, dancers, authors, playwrights, sculptors, anything, glass blowers, anything you can think about art. I have a display up for all 3 days. I am doing a book signing at 5:00 for Saturday, Friday, and then Sunday, the whole time from 1 to 3. I have the book signing. I'm also performing on Saturday from 7:45 p.m. until 8. I'm opening up for the Ohio poetry scene and everything like that. I didn't realize, I was asking them, hey, where's my flyer and stuff? And it was like, no, you're like feature. I'm like, but I want to be part of the grooves. They're like, no, you're like on the stage as featured. You're not
right.
Everybody. And I'm like, oh, but I'm sad. But I enjoy the hard work put in that I'm actually a feature, just like next month in Cincinnati. But we'll talk about that on the next show. Happening right now is the Art of Upscale Small Business Owners. That is the Inglewood community, hosted by the Toledo Urban Federal Credit Union. Shout out to
the lady that Suzette Cowell.
Yeah, I'm trying to
I'm like the lady that owns
it was a couple folks.
The lady that owns the bank. I don't know if she owns it, but she's a critical part of it.
Yep, a very critical part of it. Does the African American Festival, a whole bunch of other stuff in the community. The only Black-owned banking establishment in the city of Toledo. So, and then tomorrow at 7 p.m. If you missed it, if you have wondered where we went, most people know me from hosting and stuff, but I would not be here today if it was not for a woman by the name of Kay Renee. So Poetry and Soul Sessions are coming back this Wednesday. So they're going to be, we'll have the Respect Your Mic on the second Wednesday, and the third Wednesday will be at Toll House, 1447 North Summit Street. I hope it's a great turnout. It's the first time, I guess we're kind of returning since, I want to say January of last year, something around there, finding venues, all the good stuff, life happening, but we are back. So I hope you come out. It's tomorrow at 7 p.m. And also this Thursday, 11:30 a.m. is Lunch with Leaders, Leading with Purpose at Toll House, 1447 North Summit Street. That is a good event if you want to know what's going on in the community and all that good stuff. We also have Heal Together this Saturday, 8 a.m. It's a Race for the Cure Sickle Cell 5K run that's going to be at Ottawa Park, Toledo, Ohio. Hopefully you're registered. And if you are, I know there's parking day that is going on. I'm trying to find the exact details for it, but I can't. But parking day is going on this Saturday as well. 419 Music Fest, that's going on. It's a homecoming park. So again, I see everything. That is Holland, Ohio. I did not know that was going on, but 419 Music Fest 2025, noon to 11 p.m. Homecoming Parkway, 7807 Angola Road, Holland, Ohio. You can get your tickets now, all that good stuff. There is performative poetry. That is me. That is part of the Arts Commission. I know there is quite a few things going on.
That's cool.
For Artomatic, again, it's probably the largest festival you're going to see until next year or until something like that. Since there are 100 of us, I've looked forward to this for the past few months. I helped put the little staples together to build our triangle, like 12-foot boards that we're going to be postered on and all kinds of art and everything like that. There is the Muddy Mommy Book and Art Festival, 1505 Front Street, Toledo, Ohio. So that is another event that's going on that's centered around the art, and that is going to be next week. So I think that is all the things that I've done for this week. I do actually, what time are we at? Oh, we got plenty of time. It's only 7:10.
No, that's time. No, we need to. We got one more thing that we got to really talk about, and I think you got it in your hands.
Yep. So for those of you that don't know me, I have multiple boards here in Toledo, and people come up to me. They trust me with things and information. One of those boards being, I am the accessibility board for TARTA, and I can't say who or when or why, but I have not seen this. I got handed this. And I believe they were passing it out to passengers. I don't know if Brother Washington wants to read it, since it's been like a long time of me talking.
Okay.
Okay, so Brother Washington's going to read it. This is information. If you do catch TARTA, that is really important right now. They're about to cut a few lines, change some services, and they're going to have hearings. Again, I have not heard nothing from my board, but I do know this was given to me by the drivers to all the passengers. So it is something they're trying to circulate out there to get your feedback. And
all right, yeah, it says TARTA seeks feedback on upcoming service changes. The Toledo Area Regional Transit Authority, or TARTA, will host 5 public events to gather community feedback on significant proposed service changes, which, if approved, would take effect January 25th, 2026. Here's some of the proposed changes include service every 30 minutes for routes 3, 10, 20, and 31 between the hours of 6:30 and 9:30 a.m. and 2:30 to 5:30 p.m. And I think that the 20 runs on Collingwood, so that's near where I live.
Yep.
It says also, the second bullet point is the extension of Route 2 to Lourdes University. The extension of both fixed route and TARTA Move paratransit service stop time from 10:49 p.m. to 11:19 p.m. So they're going to start extending that time. So once these service changes come into effect, you need to know, but also they're having these 5 public events so that you can come and voice your concern about any of the changes, because if we're using the service, those changes are going to affect us. Yep. So just because they may want to propose the change doesn't mean that we got to allow it to happen.
Right. There's one specifically on the east side with the 14 line that concerns me, and I've been battling about it since I became board member. We did get the grocery store back on one route, but you see that one about the 14?
Yeah, it says the elimination of routes 14 and 52. Other routes will be adjusted to cover the Route 14 area, and portions of Route 52 will be covered by Route 17, with TARTA Flex still providing service to that section of Secord. So even though they're changing it, they're saying that it's going to be covered, but you need to show up at this event, because sometimes they say that they're going to do something and it's really not that. Less frequent service on all routes after 6 p.m. So if these proposals go into effect, there's going to be changes for some of us that take the bus after 6.
Yeah.
So
those that work jobs.
Right. That some of us that work, some of us that just need to get to point A to point B after 6 p.m. Service every 90 minutes will begin at the 6 p.m. lineups for all routes. So as of right now, I don't know the times. I don't know if it's every hour now or every 30 minutes, but it's going to change to every 90 minutes. So if these changes go into effect, that lineup time is going to change if you need to get to where you're going to need
something like the old days. Because right now it's about every half an hour you'll get all of the buses, if not within an hour. So that could be going back to the old lineup days of once every hour and a half.
So it's almost like they're getting ready to they want to go to Sunday and holiday time.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's just not enough. If you're going to do Sunday and holiday time all the time, that's not enough for people whose lives just don't be on Sunday and holiday time. So here's something I want to mention: where they're going to have these meetings.
Mm-hmm.
The first meeting is going to be in person at the open house at Tartar Transit Hub. That's at 612 North Huron. That's going to be September 29th from 10 a.m. to noon. There's going to be an in-person open house at Tartar Transit Hub. They're going to have it at 10 a.m. to noon, and also on the 29th. This is in person from 1 to 3. So 10 to noon and 1 to 3. That's at 612 North Huron. I think that's right at the corner of Cherry.
Yeah, Tartar Hub right now.
Right. If you haven't taken the bus in a minute, used to be the Goodwill. Am I right?
Yep.
All right. There's going to be another in-person meeting at Mott Branch. Hey, that's where we are. They may use our spot. No, I think they'll need a bigger spot than where we are. I hope that they do. There's an in-person meeting at Mott Branch of the Toledo Lucas County Library. That's 1010 Dorr Street. That's going to be on Monday, October 6th from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. There's going to be a virtual meeting on October 13th. You'll find that on the website. It's via Zoom from 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. That's Zoom. And then there's going to be another virtual meeting via Zoom, 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. And you can find those virtual meetings at tartar.com/community/events, public meetings. Go there. That way you can register to be a part of the meeting, and make sure you mute yourself, or they may be able to mute everybody. But when it's time to unmute, to voice your opinion about some of these proposed changes, which might be good for Tartar, but may not be good for us.
I appreciate it.
All right, yes, sir.
I'll be also posting that on my page later on today. So if you want to take a look at it again and share it with your friends, make sure that people come out, because again, transportation is a big part of getting to work, getting anywhere in the city. And if you don't have the capability to travel like you could a couple months ago, not everybody will be able to understand that, especially jobs who are really unforgiving in this economy right now.
And that's a lot of them.
Yep.
All right. Hey, let's go on and pay some bills and get ready for 5 minutes of heat. If you like what we do, just subscribe, like, share, and comment. This is our YouTube channel, Community Solidarity Response Network. Just type the name in once and follow, like. We're trying to get to 100,000 followers of subscribers. That way they'll send us that plaque in the mail. If you want to support us via Cash App, that's hashtag CSRN 419 Toledo. PayPal is CSRN 419. Follow us on Instagram, Facebook, Spotify, and YouTube. X is coming up, but we're working some things out with Elon. Epstein, with the two E's, Elon and Epstein. All right. And we do have the Black Lives Matter signs. Hit us up on our inbox for the Black Lives Matter signs and the defund the police signs. Help us help us do what we do in the community. All right. We've been doing it for 10 years. We're going on 11, and we wouldn't be able to do it without the support of everyone that supported us from day one and still support us now. As we begin to close, we have something called 5 Minutes of Heat. That's when we close out with creative expression. 5 Minutes of Heat comes from the song 5 Minutes of Funk by Houdini. We like to say that just in case you think we made it up ourselves. Yeah, sort of, kind of, but we remixed it and flipped it, and we utilized the expertise of Jody Summers or Spoken Truth or Tears of the Wounded to give us something. So we've got 5 Minutes of Heat today.
Yep.
What do you got for us for today?
A brand new piece that I wrote after I ended all that stuff going on Saturday. A good way to calm my mind and bring me back to center, since I realize over the years that I've done a lot of genres of poetry. This latest one has been more trauma recovery and healing and all the stuff as you get older and you realize you don't have to fight everybody or keep fighting the fights that you've already fought in before.
Hey, okay. Now you're talking.
Sometimes the horse is dead. You can't bring it back to life. And I'm glad I at least did it in the first place. I don't have to redo it to be like, hey, I want to do it more. So this piece is called If Only for a Moment. Let's begin. Peace. I hope that you got a chance to smile today. A peaceful, pure moment out of the chaoticness of life where you could feel joy, if only for a moment. I hope that you were able to pause today, to find stillness out of that constant tugging of every direction life pulls us in, and breathe uninterrupted, if only for a moment. I hope you felt proud, yes, proud of yourself today for accomplishing things no one else can do, because out of the incalculable amount of things that could go wrong, you are still here to make sure that they go right, if only for a moment. I hope you find peace today. For every unimaginable thing that you can think of being wrong, there are so many, yes, so many more that have gone right to push you towards your purpose, if only for a moment. I hope that you get a chance to smile, yes, smile today. If only a grin, maybe a smirk, because those simple moments consistently can become joyful, joyous relief that lasts a lifetime in peace.
And as always, we snap our fingers. Big shout out. That's the first. That's a brand new.
I got done with all the stuff and doing the mural. One last shameless. Did I say the thing about the tree on the show?
Hey, let's say it one more time,
so,
just in case.
Part of Chalk the Walk and everything like that. And I know it's like, oh, go down, but it is very important. Some people, you may never meet the artist. When I get there and I'm doing my murals, I am not like this on the side of the screen. I'm sweaty, I'm moving, I'm not looking mean face to people while you touching my chalk. One person came by. Sorry to whoever you were, I didn't mean to give you the mean face. But go down to Promenade Park, specifically mine. I can't tell you to leave it on anybody else's one, but specifically mine. You can leave the name of a loved one that you've lost in the past, or, you know, somebody that you might be missing now and you don't have the ability to see them on the bark, on the leaves, on the bird that I painted there, my super derpy bumblebee. Don't laugh if you do get a chance to see it. I saw it afterwards. It was like, well, you know, he's just staring at you. But
yeah,
it was awesome to do. It's about 12 by 13 foot. So I hope you go down and enjoy it. And maybe next year you'll get to draw something for someone else.
All right. And as always, all lives can't matter until Black lives matter. And Black lives can't matter until all Black lives matter. Justice or else?
Yeah.
Peace.